The following is a segment from a podcast I did with JG, host of Palantir. I just wanted to share this segment with you, reflecting back on Palantir, how the stock is down so much from its all-time high, and what I think people are missing about the stock today. Check out the full episode and support Jay's channel in the description. Thank you. Why is the stock down 75%, right?
Yeah.
Reflecting on the past year and a half, 2 years. We saw Palantir go from $10, drop to $9 briefly, hit 45 in one of the most euphoric moments probably in the stock market that you could remember in recent history. And then we've just seen this slow, sometimes fast, but very painful meltdown from all-time highs back in January of 2021. And so I really was a bit shocked to see Palantir fall from the 20 to 30 range. We now see it down at 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Of course, there have been a lot of headwinds that have been macro related, but really when you think of it, there was an issue, and the issue was the price. The price people were willing to pay, the price investors were willing to pay. You stretch the time horizon long enough, and the price will eventually come out. That's the whole point of being a long-term investor. And you stretch the price, the multiple or whatever you want to hone in on, for Palantir, it just wasn't worth 30 times sales, at least in the present moment. So we've seen time play out, and we've seen Palantir drop back down to its in the listing range of price.
Yeah.
Why was I buying in the 20s, 25, around that range? Well, I was wrong. In the near term, I was wrong. In the short term, I was wrong. Everyone talks about Palantir being a long-term investment. And I think that's the right way of looking at it. What I've learned a lot in this last year or so is that no one's going to miss the boat on Palantir in 1 day, 1 week, or 1 year. This is a story that needs to develop over time. And I think there was a lot of FOMO that we saw early on with Palantir. FOMO that the stock might double in a week, in a month, whatever it may be. That is not going to happen. And if it does happen, that's not a good sign. I think what I've learned just since covering Palantir is you really have to know what you're buying and why you're buying it. Why you're buying it should also include what you're intending to do with the investment. So when you buy Palantir, you need to consider the risks. In a price to sales of 25, 35, it was at 45, right? And now it's back down to what I would consider a much more reasonable level. I just caution everyone into feeling like they should invest because they think they're going to miss out, which is really never a great way of investing. Palantir, the way it's going to play out, I believe, there will be an inflection point at which it will become more and more clear to those paying attention that Palantir is a long-term winner. And I think it is today. I just think we could get more certainty on that before we can be sure it is a probable outcome. If you look at a stock, and let's say you forecast it going forward, if it's just moving along that line that you forecasted, there's no reason for the price to change. You've priced in that growth. Now it's just going the exact way you said it was going to go. The price should stay flat. When the price changes is when the stock increases faster than your expectations say it should. Okay?
Right.
So I really think that's what needs to happen. In terms of revenue, we're adding about $28.7 million a quarter. So this looks pretty linear to me. This is why I'm saying if Palantir can break out, accelerate its growth, that's really going to make a meaningful difference.